Alright guys, Supreme Kami here, so let's take a look at this week's welfare unit here. So in terms of this overall event, it is going to last into September 15th, so that is going to be the end date. That does not necessarily mean that's where the actual mission ends. This is pretty much for your exchangeable tab, that's when it's going to be expired, so it is going to be a very long duration, so that's pretty much because of the month. August is like 5 weeks, and then for September it is going to be another 5 weeks, so that's why I guess that's why they want to extend it for that long. It's obviously not going to be that good because, hardships matters. But yeah, other than that, let's take a look at this overall unit. So we do have 10 parts in total. So we do have 2 different flavors for your melee weapon and then for the ranged weapon as well. So we have the shot lance and then the beam samba and then some buster and then buster again right there. So okay. In terms of the overall unit, we do have a 3 EX skill in total. 2 are going to be physical melee, and then 1 beam range shot base EX skill. So, okay, so let's take a look at the overall unit and just kind of do a quick comparison. Compare, let's say, to the standard version. So this is what we are looking at in terms of the welfare X2 here. So I have not read more anything because I am extremely low on those training work. So I'm just going to be putting them for a reference for you guys at 5-star level 80. So keep that in mind. We do have 2 active war tags, kind of up and going right now. So that's why you do see a little bit of a higher stat. So mid-range and then for space right there. So not bad. We are pretty closing into, let's say, 10k for your armor. So that's pretty impressive, man. Pretty good. In terms of, let's say, the welfare or the standard, this is what we're looking at. So obviously the standard one does not have any alteration, so I'm just gonna straight up assume the welfare one is just gonna be better just because of new, probably better part trade, just better stat line overall. So if you guys do want to invest into anything for the welfare X2, I think it should not be a bad option as well. So yeah, that's that. Portrait in this one is just, yeah, it's not that good except maybe for the beam samba. I think that one is definitely good. Some initial charge, so that's always going to be good. So let's take a look at every pieces real quick and just kind of see what's going on. So standard, this one is actually quite impressive. 7k for the shot attack, and then defense is not really there, so definitely do have to discount that factor. For space and Gundam type, and then in terms of the portrait, this one is good. This one is definitely very usable in these, so not bad for the head part. Definitely pretty good. Alright, so looking at the torso now, so we have a beam gun. So I don't know how comparable this one is, let's say, compared to, let's say, the X one, the one that we finally a few weeks ago, yeah, I think a few weeks ago that we have finally got a rerun plus the alteration. So that one was definitely pretty high, but I don't know in terms of like how much better or like how comparable this one is to the X one. I probably will do like a comparison, probably not in this video specifically, maybe when I do have a chance to do like another magazine type showcase, then I'll probably add that on to that video. But overall stat, it's not too bad. In terms of armor, it's definitely pretty good. Offensive stat, definitely pretty balanced over there, so that's good to see. Yeah, so this one is literally the same thing as the X one we have. So this one is a D pierce and B to speed power. If I remember correctly, the X1 after alteration did not get any power modifier, so it did not go up to, let's say, a B plus or whatsoever. So yeah, so definitely would have to see how comparable this one could be. So moving over to the arm parts section here, what do we have? Stat wise, it's not bad, I guess. Like it's definitely pretty good compared to, let's say, the standard. Obviously going to be better than the standard one for sure. This one does actually have a revive, so that could come in handy if you do need something of this caliber. I don't think, just on top of my memory, I don't think we have that much revive on the arm, so this one could make a good option if you do want to do that. But in terms of revive trait here, they do not stack. So if, let's say, your torso have like a revive and then you have this one right here, it's pretty much whichever one has the higher percentage, and then it proctors. And then if you die that second time, you can't proctor it. So it's pretty much going to be a once and done. Even though you might have like a few, only one is going to be able to proctor, and then the other one are just gonna be a waste. So yeah. Link part over here, we do have an EX skill, the Heat Daggers. So this one is going to be looking at A pierce and C power, but this one does have a melee raise by 14%. So this part is good. definitely really good. So I do want to compare that to the standard. I think it might have an attack race as well. Yeah, this one does as well, and the power. Okay, so welfare one is looking a little better because this one is only a C minus, while that one is a C power. So that's the difference right there. Okay, so going back to the torso or the back part now, let's see what we have. So back part wise, we do have after 15 seconds pass boost job grade by 40% once. Is this one really good or is it really useful? Not really. If you guys like, this one is only gonna be good for those that is not able to get the 4-star version of any of the AI job license gear. Because if you guys do foresay, you pretty much do have your job gauge fill up already when you start your match. So this one having like it's not that it's bad, but you just don't need it in a sense. I'm pretty sure for those that have it, we'll be able to activate the limit rig already. But for those that does not, this one could make a good situational usage. But other than that, this one is just not going to be all that good per se. So what about the stats? I didn't even take a look at that. Oh, this one is actually quite high. 3k for almost 40 shot, but it's still pretty impressive. Okay. Alright, so moving over to the beam Zamba. Let's see what we have. So melee attack and a little bit of a shot attack, so that's good. Portrait wise, we have a what? So shot damage raised by 15%. So that's a condition you take by yourself. So in terms of enemy dealing shot damage to you, you are going to take 15% more. While the portrait, so squat non-EXQ power boosted by 30%. Okay, so this one, I'm not gonna say outright ban this one and say yeah this one is trash and all that. It definitely is still serviceable because at least you're still getting some attack power boosting. So this one, since it's non-EXQ, so pretty much your melee attacks, like normal attacks and shot attacks, would benefit from this one. Just not your EXQ, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't even know who actually does just normal melee attacks or normal shot attacks. So yeah, this one is definitely on that very iffy one here for sure. Alright, so let's take a look at the other one. That is going to be the EXQ. We have the Jobin, or is it? Yeah, I think it's pronounced Jobin, right? Or Hobin, however you want to pronounce that. So this one is going to be the Hobin's Stinger. So this one is a B plus power. And this one also raises your melee defense up by 19%. So that's good. Pretty high for sure. And over here at the Buster Gun. So let's see what we have. So we do have a little bit of a melee attack. So that's good. What about the portrait? With rifle category equipped, close shot attack up by 40%. Wow, that's actually a very high output for sure. Close shot attack is only, so you guys know when you guys start like facing an enemy, you guys see that range. So depending on your distance, it gets better. I think there should be like actual chart that show you guys what is like the most effective range for your specific job license. In terms of this one, you do have to be a close shot attack. So in terms of whatever that symbol is when you target enemy, that's probably when it's gonna be able to activate in a sense, because it's kind of vague, right? It tells you, oh, close shot attack, but what does it mean? Like, how do you know I'm at close range for a close shot attack? So yeah, that's why I'll definitely say these portrait are not, is so situational. It's just that you have to be at that right situation, you have to be at that right distance in order to proctor it. So it's more or less like something you do have to kind of manage in a sense. So although it does give you like a 40%, but I feel like the effectiveness is not really gonna be there. So yeah, unfortunate, but still a great option. Alright, so let's take a look at the other one. We have the Zen Buster here. So this, okay, I'm not gonna take a look at this. This one is alright bad. So melee damage output boosts by 500. So that's a very high amount, but nothing is gonna be better than percentage base. And yeah, that's the overall story. So this one's not good. Alright, last but not least, we do have the ABC cloak. So let's see what this one does for us here. So in terms of the shield, that is a very good spread. But in terms of the actual defensive stats, not there, just not really there. This one, when beam damage is taken, so so this is pretty much when your enemy deals any beam attacks, beam EXQ on you, then you can get that shot EX or shot power reduced by 30%. So Yeah, this one is going to be a very situational things where you're taking beam damage. Otherwise, you'll probably not even be able to activate that. So that's that. So up next, let's do actually put this onto a build and then see what kind of EXQ we can expect from the X2 here. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at the EXQ over at the crew motivation here. So let me actually use this one first. Oh, so it's gonna be one of this EXQ. So yeah, unfortunately the buffs only comes in after the EXQ animation, so that's not too good. Hmm. So this one is like the beam javelin from the RA-72. So this one is not really that special in a sense, right? Not as bad. This stab you pretty hard. Imagine that. But I'll definitely say the range is not really there, right? Even this one is kind of iffy, right? Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I mean, they're pretty fun, you know. Okay. I don't think they have iframe. Like, probably, I don't think that they do, because I'm still taking attacks. You know, like I could be like right here, but I think if I can get like a large group of enemy, I can definitely test it out. Okay, use this one once again. This one seems like it hit pretty hard. Oh, it hits fast as well. That's for sure. Woo. Yeah, this one is like X1 again, but I can't really tell is it better or not though. That's the thing. I think what I'll do next time, I'm gonna buy a straight one copy of this one unalterated, because obviously there's no alteration. And I remember I still have a copy of the X1 base level EX level 1, so I can definitely give you guys a good comparison on that one. But the set of iframe, no, definitely not. I'm taking damage. Yeah. Okay. But it's not bad. Like, don't get me wrong, they're actually not bad. Like, I know they're generic, but in terms of just using on this aesthetic itself, I think it's pretty good. And we didn't. Yeah, the range is just not there, for sure. Oh, okay, we die. Are you kidding me? You were like the last enemy. You had to use that, huh? Okay, but there you guys go. So in terms of EXQ, they're not really all that good. I'm pretty sure those are animations that you guys have seen already. But in terms of the portrait, I think they're definitely something that you guys can look forward to in terms of maxing them out, because they'll definitely be a great utility for the time being if you guys don't have any good portrait for now. But with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it in terms of the X2 review, and then I'll catch you guys on the next one.